Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling, where we bring you our unique discussions, expert insights, and diverse perspectives on all things WWE. A man in a walking boot does not one stop. Get the strap out, because we got a strap match. And the boys are here. Let's throw it up one time for the stud line once again. This is ECW. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling fans across the globe. This is ECW, Ebony Championship Wrestling. I am your boy, Jackie Miles, your final host and your ECW Undisputed Champion. I left the championship in there. It's all good, though. Welcome to your screen, our resident tribal chief, Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? It's glad to be back here. I'm glad to be with my brothers, man. Chaotic week, but hey, we finna get to it tonight, man. Looking forward to this discussion. And you never know what Jackie gonna pop out of his sleeve tonight, so I'm ready for all the smoke.
You can find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out this chat room is the man of 59 holds, Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay.
What's up, my brothers? What's up, the ECW fam? Great weekend reuniting with y'all boys in the hometown, Sag Nasty, and we back here ready to talk some great, fantastic week at WWE. A lot going on, man. This train is not stopping. Let's get into the conversation tonight. We got some good stuff for you tonight. Let's go.
Follow him on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, swerving while he drives, is the advocate to the ECW Undisputed Champion and my bodyguard, ex-con Pablo himself, B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump in tonight. How's everybody feeling? Coach, how you doing, my boy?
Feeling good, man. It's good. Like I said, ready to. It's always a pleasure to come back to the city. Shout out to our pops and our family. Got a chance to kick it with the boys on Company C and, make sure the fam was all as well, being all well in Michigan, man. But I'm excited tonight. Like I say, had to, taking off last week and ready to get back in the grind in this booth and talk some WWE, man. Family is good. We're blessed and, back to the schedules and, let's get it. Let's get it. How y'all feeling?
Griff, what's going on, brother?
Hey, all is well, man. First and foremost, man, thanks for the invite this weekend. Good to see my brothers in town. Got to kick it with y'all with the popcorn visit this weekend. But, man, before we go any further in the show, man, one of the most highly respected figures and people, one of my favorite people on this planet, is a no-brainer, man, Billy Cork and Company C, man. I want to give a huge shout-out. And also 40 years, man, brotherhood, family. It was all family. It was all good time. Even on the rain, try to come through at the picnic, but it was nothing stopping what was already set in stone, man. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to Dad and Billy and Company C, man. Y'all really did a great job. I told B, I said, if I go into any type of Hall of Fame, I need y'all two to be my MCs and induct me in the Hall of Fame. Cause y'all did an incredible job, man, up there too, man. So great to see y'all, man. To kick it with y'all, man. Definitely great to see my sister Danielle come in, and also my niece Boopy. She pretty much was like getting a little bit along with Uncle Griff this week. So we'll catch us sometime later down this year, hopefully, God willing. But other than that, boys, I'm just glad to be back here with y'all, man. It's been a chaotic, distracted week, but ain't nothing gonna stop me being on here tonight, man. Talk wrestling, do what we do. So let's have some fun and let's bring it up tonight, man. I'm looking forward to this.
Indeed. The time was had this weekend. Our father celebrated 40 years of his all-black softball team, so it was definitely an occasion to be around family, to be around friends, and to be around some brothers that we went to battle with on the field. So a good time all in all. All right, boys, let's go ahead and jump into the wrestling week as it was. Randy Orton and Gunther's rivalry is starting to heat up ahead of Bash at the Berlin. And after Orton's victory over Ludwig Kaiser and the subsequent brawl that happened with Gunther. What are your predictions for this match? Could Randy Orton end Gunther's reign early? Griff, let's throw it over to you first.
It's a possibility Randy can end this reign early. I think he has momentum and the advantage. I won't sleep on the Viper. I won't sleep on the RKO. I think he can get it done, but something deep down is telling me that the work and how Gunther is built and how he has been handling his business as of late over these last couple of years, I don't think I think he's going to pull it off and find a way to defeat Randy, especially in his home country. So that's going to be a different atmosphere. That's going to be a different type of pressure. And I know there's going to be a lot of fans behind Gunther with the momentum going in. So Randy right now currently has momentum going in, but I think that's going to overturn once Gunther gets to his home country and the light sets on the stage in Berlin.
Absolutely not. Our boy Gunther is a champ for a reason. This and this promo segment was much needed to continue to add the fuel to the fire. Finally got some personal shots. So hey, y'all know me. I love the personal touch added to it. Hey, take shots at each other to get me even more excited for the match. But we all know that Gunther is going to carry this belt. He needs to have this belt on for a while. This will be a second match of hopefully another third banger, but no, to answer your question, nah, it ain't happening no time soon. This is a good feud. Hey, Randy's, enjoy your time visiting over there on the Red Brand, because as we know, it looks like that draft is the shits. So there's no such thing as a draft anymore. It's all about ratings. So,
right.
But I was all for that segment, man.
Yes.
But no, it's Gunther's time, and I enjoyed the nice little personal touch coming after his granddad and his pops. Yeah, for sure, to kind of add a little smoke to it. Yeah, what you think, Jackie?
What a first match, like for your first title defense, right? To go against a world champion that is Randy Orton.
Right.
And so I think this is something that's going to help cement his legacy, or cement this title reign at least. If he beats him clean, he has to beat him clean. It can't be one of those King of the Ring type things where he doesn't have his shoulders down again, because that does nothing but add controversy to your reign and makes it illegitimate. So he's got to beat him clean. But I think that Gunther goes ahead and holds on to the title is what I want to say. Sorry, stumbling my words here tonight.
That's
Ivy Nile finally turns and joins the Creed brothers and Chad Gable, forming the faction American Made. And I really want to root for this group, but for obvious and maybe not so obvious reasons, it's tough for me to join in. Can you get behind this faction, Coach?
Yeah, I can, because it's like I said, they're American made. It's you got to think about it, man. Anything that's born and bred from Kurt Angle, to be student of Kurt Angle, it needs to be hated out the gate, but it's still going to be good and it's going to wear on us. The only problem is they got to figure out a way to, get out of this Wyatt 6 kind of holding pattern. But I mean, it's decent, but I do want to see some better booking, and hopefully it might start with this match coming up with Uncle Howdy, but. I kind of want to see him once they get rid of the Wyatt 6 and do something else. It could be good. Like I said, I like it. And then Ivy obviously making the right choice. Not getting much heat. We know the formula is tried and true, boys. Anybody that's not getting heat out the gate, if the crowd is really not feeling you, you got to start out. You got to start out as a heel. And unfortunately, that's where Ivy now has to start. Come from that way. I think she'll be a star one day as she progresses. But no, the Creed, same deal. Get some more heat on you, and what better way to start out with Kurt Angle? So I like it. I like what I see.
Yeah, I'm definitely behind this stable, and in time they're gonna really come out the gate and start going in. Like Coach said, just being in this Y6 situation is kind of like this pause. Not a pause, but you know what I mean. Like they just in this story right now. So. But for Ivy, we talked about this on the show earlier in the year, how great she is and how athletic and how strong she is. It's just a matter of time she get that spotlight TV time. And I think this is perfect. And we all call this too. We seen it coming together. It was just a matter of time for them all to go heel and join with Chad, But no, man, I'm excited for Ivy because now you have another workhorse that's in the women's division that can pretty much challenge for the world title sooner or later down the road as well too, being a part of this group and being on that time with the Creed brothers and Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really want to get behind this group. I'm with you guys. You're absolutely right that this is going to be a great stable, but just the American-made part of it right now in the world that we live
Little
in,
lame. It's just a little lame.
I wouldn't even say that it's lame. It's just it just rubs me the wrong
You
way
need
right
Chad to
now.
grow his long hair back again.
Yeah,
Gable, man.
it just rubs me the wrong way right now.
It's Gable.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I really, really want to root for it. I kept saying it during the middle of Ivy Nile and Maxine's match. Like, I really want to get on board here. But just something just doesn't quite work for me. You know what I mean?
It's sad. It's sad Maxine had to be the sacrificial lamb for Ivy to go heel, but we seen that weeks ago when they were, talking, stay away from the boy. Hey, it'll really do, it will serve you some good if you stay away from these guys. And we knew where that was going.
The bell rang for their match. The bell rang for their match on Raw, and I was like, Ivy Nile is about to kill Maxine. But sure enough, Maxine actually held her own and showed that she's trying this wrestling thing. So that was nice to see, at least. At least we got that out of it.
I'm glad she opened up with that drop kick to the back because if that pit bull had ran at her, like
it was
that
over.
was whitewash. Whitewash.
As soon as the match turned over and Ivy was on offense, me and Brian was screaming, "Run! Get out of there!
Yeah, you better get her out of there
quickly!"
I say it all the time. Hey, the pit bull, Cat Williams, pit bull and Chihuahua.
Right,
man, bro. But nah, man, I like where it's going. So hey, annoying heel faction, bro. Let's keep doing it.
We'll see what happens from there. And I like their interactions with the YS6, so we'll see what happens. Drew and CM Punk making a strap match at Bash at Berlin. These two are going off, and they're going to off one another. They're gonna hurt one another pretty bad in this match, I believe. So do you think after this match, does this spill over into the title picture? Do they go after a title within this feud after this, especially given how popular the feud is right now? Back to you, Griff.
Are you just acquiring are you expecting this feud to be done at Bash in Berlin or just in general whenever it's over?
In general, I'm asking, does after this match at Bash at Berlin, because this is only number 2, does this somehow make its way back into the title picture before this finally ends?
I don't see it. I don't see this.
Okay.
I don't see this. And the only reason I don't see it because it's too personal. It's at a too personal state right now. And anytime when it's a difference between personal and too personal. When it's at a too personal, it's like until somebody hit, or like Little John said, how we used back in the day, bust their head to the white meat show. This is the type of too personal that they are right now. But no, I don't see that going to the top picture anytime soon.
Okay. Coach, any thoughts there? You think that they pick up the title and run with this?
No, because I think with the strap match, there can still be some shenanigans. They're gonna be the hell out of each other. This is good for for over there in Germany. So let's do something different until ultimately you get I don't see it ending until Bad Blood. So I think realistically they need to have one more solid match inside Hell in a Cell. Let's do beat the hell out of each other in the cell, get it all out. Somebody comes out with a pin, then you can roll from there. But no, I think it's not yet. I don't think. I would say, and I would bounce it off. I think Gunther and Randy might have a rematch. Before we can even get to them. So we still got time. But this feud is too hot to get into that picture yet. Because I think you're going to have Randy and Gunther tied up the next couple months as well.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Just wondering if this ever picks up a title and runs, but I'm good. I agree with you guys. It doesn't need a title. It can keep on going the way it is. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens are set for a title clash at Bash in Berlin. And given how this match came about, who has the upper hand in this match? Griff, I'm going to pass this over to Coach because I know he has some feelings towards how this one began. So,
Please
Coach,
do.
Neither.
go ahead
Please do.
and get this out
Upper
your system,
hand.
Coach.
How about neither one of them? Now this is what the shit sloppy booking, like it's sloppy. Let's you got 2 stars there. If you just come on, Triple H, just say you don't have anybody for Cody. And I'm gonna say this: he doesn't have to be at every PLE. I repeat, Triple H, he doesn't have to be at every PLE. Like, I get it. He's an undisputed champion. Roman, I'm only coming from position because Roman sat out sometimes too. Roman didn't do every PLE because he's an attraction. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want Cody to be there. But sometimes you're making Cody look weak the way this came about. Like Kevin Owens, like look, like I get it. Like I love Kevin Owens as a heel, but no, like there is no way you should be able to just, hey, Kevin, you want a championship match? I thought that was garbage. So that I'm just not on board with this entire match. The way it came about, I'm not looking forward to it because we know the outcome, but if you're going to go that way, at least book KO as let him go back heel, but, and do it the right way. So I'm just thinking, my point is sloppy booking. There's a better way, and he doesn't have to be there. That's my gut.
Okay.
Jackie, I'm going to take one off your book here. I agree with Coach on this point, but I'm going to go a different direction. I really don't know, because this is one of the most awkward bookings, and I really don't have a take. I'm still trying to process this story and this build between those two, and I'm not trying to fantasy book it, but I really don't know. Like, in my honest guts in this situation, I'm thinking KO heel turn coming soon to a theater near you. That's the only thing that I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm with Coach. And I said this, I think it was about Money in the Bank, and one of them other PLEs, like, Cody don't need to be on the show. Like, let someone else shine and let that person, like Gunther, for example, is headlining. Like, let him have his shine in his country. He doesn't need to be on there. I think when you keep pushing Cody on shows, it's going to get boring and stale. But to be quite honest, right now, the only thing I'm thinking about between those two is a Kevin Owens heel turn coming soon to a theater near you. I'm not even understanding the build, the promos, and two is because you went from Solo and now you went straight to KO, who's technically telling you, like, I don't deserve this title shot, but apparently we got to go all across the water and have this title match anyway.
What you think, Jackie?
I understand where you guys are coming from. I really do. I get what you guys are saying, and I understand that it didn't come about in the most organic way, right? But I think we're thinking a little short-sighted when we say that Kevin doesn't necessarily deserve it. Kevin's taken a lot of L's over the last however many years, honestly. He hasn't really come up big in a win other than what, WrestleMania 2 years ago, was that when they took the titles? Griff?
Oh yeah, no, it was last year. Yeah, 39
okay.
when they won.
So that's what we're looking at.
Him and Sammy won.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we're looking. But I think I'm with you, Griff. This is where where the heel turn comes from. I think Cody gets the win at Bash at Berlin, and I think Kevin turns at that point, and then they continue this storyline on from there, and then that's where you get your villain, Coach.
Okay.
I think you got to play up we're buddies, and then I'm going to turn on you. And I think that's what we thought Randy was going to do, but now it ends up being Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So,
and what made it, like I said, like, it was 2 things, 3 things that kind of pissed me off about it, because one, the way Cody is still, being, we got an election coming up in November, so he's still being ultimate politician. You know what I'm saying? So that, one, and then 2, KO, talking about his win-loss record. Okay, great. I mean, yeah, we understand you had some wins and losses, but man, don't make yourself look weak like that. Don't, it's okay to, you mentioned it, but geez, like, I mean, hey, I just thought it was a super week to even mention, like, oh, I don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Well, but then 3, then you don't want to say anything until they mention Roman. So that's kind of what I'm like, wait a minute, like, where's this going? Like, come on, dude. So I just really got pissed off from the whole thing. It just came about. Like, come on, there had to be a better way they could have brought this on. It'd be a little more creative. In my book.
You bringing that up just made me remember now. I totally forgot about that. So let me add a little spice to that, because there's something triggers when you mention Roman and the Bloodline to Kevin. You all know how you feel about the Bloodline and Roman, especially like what him and Roman went through. But the biggest seed in all of this, and it just came to me, is when he first snapped, he mentioned, and he did it in a clever way. You had to really catch it like right away. And when he did it, he kind of mentioned how he was screwed out of having that main event at WrestleMania 33 with Jericho because of the whole Goldberg and Brock Lesnar situation from Vince. He kind of alluded to that, but he didn't mention the name, drop any names, but he kind of alluded to that. And when he did, that kind of like took him back and he got like ticked off. So this is like where I say like now mentioning Roman, him reminiscing his title reign when he last had the Universal title, how he was screwed out of that. Now this is going to like fuel that fire for him to ultimately probably make that turn and go back that direction to be that ultimate villain again.
Let's see that.
I just want a better like lead into a feud for Cody. Like every time we get a match from Cody so far, it seems like he's just like, let's shake hands, let's be friends, and then let's go into battle. And it's like, nah, I
Shake
like bring
hands,
back
kiss babies.
Bring back Brock Lesnar to whip his ass a couple times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. I want a true story where somebody beat his ass and then now he got to fight back. You know, that's what I want. But I don't know. We can sit here and complain about it all.
And it was right there on a tee. Had they did this, maybe I am old school. Maybe I love how the way feuds used to come about in the 90s and early 2000s. They could have had a segment to where, like for the last time, KO's coming out to help him, or from whoever he's feuding with at the what was it, Bloodline, whoever they want to put out there that was about to attack Cody. They could have came out there, hey, all right, I'm with you, and then hey, do another chair shot, heard around the world type feel to it. Hit him with the chair, and then boom, let's go, kick it off, something like that. Would have been a whole lot better than what we got. Anything better.
I think we just want some consistency that's similar to the Bloodline, right? The Bloodline saga, has had its dips and turns and things like that. And we just want some type of storyline consistency for Cody. And it doesn't seem like he can get going from a storyline standpoint. From a wrestling standpoint, absolutely, he's doing his thing. But storyline is just like, I don't believe that y'all need to be fighting. I don't believe that y'all should be feuding. So I don't know. We can complain about it all. So let's move on. Who do you believe in more? The new Judgment Day or the Terror Twins, as they're calling them? Is that what they're calling them? That's awful.
Yeah, it's Terror Twins.
That's so bad. Who do you believe in more? Terror Twins or the new Judgment Day? Griff, you like the name? Do you like that? That's trash. That is
I
trash.
didn't say I liked it. I ain't say I disliked it, but they I mean, it had been different. They were really biological twins, but
bro.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. But who do you believe in more, man? Who are you rooting for? Not rooting for, but who makes you want to see them more? Is what I'm essentially asking, Griff.
My honest take, I'd like to see Damian and Rhea more, believe it or not. I think this new Judgment Day is a little bit weaker. And what made it weaker for me was the whole Dom and Liv thing. I'm gonna go a different route with this one because Dom, to me, when Dom mentioned it, said to Rhea, like, yo, like, Liv did something that you never done. That was to beat my deadbeat dad. And I'm like, bro, you need Rhea to beat your dad. Like, you need Liv to beat your dad. Your dad, a Hall of Famer, he old, and that's what. So to me, that was the weak point. Now, I'm not knocking this new Judgment Day. I'm still waiting to see, and I like what they're doing, but I like to see Dame and Rhea more in this situation because now they're the chasers, not the title holders that they were. Now that they're the chasers. Now I want to see how they can be the other Judgment Day with this group. Besides Liv being the champ, we all know what they can do being the chaser and being the one that's the heel. But to see these two without the belts and chasing now, I'm more interested to see what they're going to do, how they're going to respond in the face and chasing in this situation that they're in.
I'm hugely entertained by the new Judgment Day, because I've liked this story since y'all know the way I felt about this story. I've liked this story since the inception. Well, obviously, Liv Morgan makes it easy, but no, I that's for entertainment's sake. But when it comes to just pure wrestling and where they're going with the storyline and how it should be, I gotta go with the Terror Twins. Bisexual Undertaker and Rhea. I just think that the payoff will be huge for them. This feud actually will continue to catapult their career and put them in even more in superstardom after they're done with this. So they need something like this to to kind of build that and get them going. In that true baby face. I know, Jackie, you've been uncomfortable with them being in this role, but hey, it's here. So the crowd pops for them now. They're behind them, but I do believe their body of work and the payoff will be huge. For them coming here, probably at Bash of Berlin. So, but I definitely believe in them more. What you think?
I can't agree, guys. I have to believe in the new Judgment Day. I have to believe in them, man. Only because, number one, I think all 4 or 5 of the new Judgment Day members cut a better promo than both Rhea and Damian Priest. I'm not saying by much, but I'm saying that I believe in their promos more than I do in Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley's. I hesitate to say that because Rhea Ripley is really good on the mic and she handles herself, but I have to lump her in with Damian Priest now because they're doing this Terror Twins bullshit. So, but if it was up to me, man, I'm 100% behind the new Judgment Day, and I like the style that they're bringing versus what would have been Edge's Judgment Day, and then what would have been Damian Priest's version of the Judgment Day. So I don't know. It seems edgier than what it was previously.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm solely with them because of the this will last. I think that sometimes and what I mean by that is these two will be obviously I like to use the term staying power. I think after this, I think these 5 will disband after this feud, in my opinion. Because you still got Finn Balor, who at the end of the day, what's Finn Balor really about? He's really about getting that world title back. So I don't see them, hanging in that long. Once this feud dies down, it's it's still gonna be Damian and Rhea standing, in my opinion.
The biggest thing for me that I like I said, I'm not knocking the new Judgment Day.
I like them too.
I like
I'm
them
entertained.
both.
Yeah, I'm entertained.
Yeah, I like them both. Like, to be honest with you, I'm just more interested to see what Dame and Rhea do now that they're in a different position without the titles and they're chasing. But the bigger picture for me, and I think to me, is I'm looking at how this situation is going to elevate JD McDonough to a whole higher level. You know what I'm saying? Now that the roles are reversed, he's talking more. He's like, you remember he was the bully taking the L's at first, like getting bullied around, taking the L's at first. Now he like, all right, man, I feel comfortable now. We got a real good leader that believes in me. I'm going to come out here and talk this talk. I'm going to come out here and do my thing. But before, I felt like my hands was tied behind my back because every time I tried to do something good, you was getting on me. So now I'm looking at JD's elevation, but then also whenever this is said and done, where he's going to be in his single competitive career as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. They've built up they've built up JD. They've like Carlito's starting to get a little bit more shine. Liv Morgan is like really sliding into her heel phase. They're like doing a really good job of being a heel. So I'm entertained by them more so than I am Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley right now. And if they were to separate and kind of do their own thing, I might be more entertained. But right now with them together, I'd rather go with the new Judgment Day.
Which I think they will after this Bash of Berlin. I think they this is when you'll see it. That's why
Okay. Roman Reigns finally gets what's coming to him from the bloodline as Jacob Fatu shows you how much of a dog he is in a walking boot.
In a walking boot.
This man.
That's unbelievable, man.
Do you know how hard it
this
is
dude.
to move in a walking booth,
walking
let
booth,
alone
yes.
do the shit he decided to do? Good.
If that is a walking booth.
I'm saying, right? Like it don't even fit like a regular walking boot on him. Jesus. So where does the Bloodline story go from here, man? Do we finally get Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns in a match, and then the loser actually acknowledges the tribal chief? Where are we going from here, Coach?
Yeah, from what Paul Heyman was at the Fanatics Fest, so I watched that interview today, and he said, Jackie, you remember what we said on this pod months ago? Like, remember when I said we was in the third inning? He said, I still lie. We're still in the third inning. So yeah, so basically saying, long story short, yeah, what you saw, the interaction between those two and how that happened, there's a lot more story to tell. Yeah, that Solo Roman match is coming to obviously get this civil war started. Going, that's going to take us into War Games season. But yeah, I that match has to happen sooner or later. A battle for the I just call it the jalapeno pepper necklace because I can never pronounce it. The red pepper necklace. How do we pronounce it? The Ulafalla.
Ulafalla.
Ulafalla. Okay, yeah.
Thank you,
I know it's something.
Follow Falla.
Yeah. Falla. All right. However, I say the red pepper necklace because all I do is I see a whole bunch of red peppers. That's chilies peppers. That's on.
Make your point. Make your point.
I keep it.
A bunch of red peppers.
Yeah. So no. Yeah. No. This match needs to happen sooner than later. Let's let's get them going for the battle for my necklace, my red pepper necklace, and we'll go from there. But no, shout out to Jacob Fatu for putting in work in a walking boot. Obviously, we know there wasn't an injury there, but hey, you can at least like limp a little something. But that ass whooping was a little too smooth to be in a walking boot. What you think?
You said red pepper.
I can never pronounce it, but
to all my Samoan and Polynesian people, I apologize. I'm going to pronounce this and do this the right way. Ulafalla.
Ulafalla.
All right. That was funny, bro. God, that was funny.
Ulafalla.
Oh my God. Yes.
Come on with it, nigga.
Let me get back. Two things here. Roman still hasn't said a word. Like each time he's coming through the curtain, he's like, after one thing, I just want that Ulafalla back, right?
Yeah.
And fellas, the biggest pop and the biggest superstar in WWE right now is the Ulafalla. That is the biggest thing right now. The pop that Roman got when he grabbed it and put it around his neck, everybody in the arena was clapping like that was the thing. This is like the reverse psychology when we talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like we did not want Thanos to get the gauntlet because we knew what time it was when he got the gauntlet. The reverse of this is we want Roman to get that Ulafalla back. So to have the story now based on, it ain't just Roman and Solo, it's more getting that Ulafalla back to the rightful hands and back to the tribal chief. And that's all Roman is thinking about. He ain't thinking about the crowd. He ain't thinking about Cody and the belt. He just want that Ulafalla back. And I think that's very intriguing in this story. Yeah, we're going to get Solo and Roman, but we're not rushing to get Solo and Roman. Right away, we know it's coming. But right now, the story that's being told here is the possession of the Ulafalla and to the rightful place of the tribal chief.
I think listening to Solo Sikoa talk to Tamatanga about if whoever's holding this, you're going to acknowledge that person. I think that furthers this story, right? At some point, you got to put this bloodline back together, right? No matter what, they are still family at the end of the day. So at some point, you got to put this family back together. Maybe that's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming back and mending it all together as the final boss or something. But like, no matter what happens, whoever wins this thing, you got to acknowledge that person. So, like you said, this story is not nowhere near over. This story, is going to continue.
Yeah.
I think we saw a video earlier today that talked about this could be the end, and it's like, it's
ain't
too
nowhere
much
near
story
that.
to tell because there hasn't been any interactions between Jay and Solo. No interactions between the gods of just whatever they are and the Usos. There's so much that we can do with this. So many stories that we can tell. So far from over, far from the end.
Far from over.
Yeah.
We still don't know what Jimmy place is going to be when he returns.
Yeah. If anything, that's what I see coming soon is
Jimmy sooner than later.
Jimmy coming to help and coming to help Roman in some factions, in some form. So, give me what I want. Give me all the Bloodline story that I can get in this month.
So now I see why I was off on that. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, Bloodline, because I was so entrenched with Roman's aura and him having belts and that original crew having belts. I was thinking that same pattern can follow with Jacob and Tom, and Tama Tonga winning him, last week. But now the more that I think about it, you guys are right. They don't really need those belts.
What's the point
for this to be hot?
What's the
so,
point?
Yeah.
It might be some shenanigans to where it is rumored to where Jimmy could possibly cost the match coming up here with the Profits here. And hey, our boys could. I know we're gonna talk about it later. Hey, our boys I'm a little excited for. I'm excited for our boys. We dogged them all. The latter part of 2023 going into 2024, and I'm happy for them. I got a big match coming up.
I just don't want them to get to the show and then get nothing, right? Like, to go as far as to be DIY, that's great. If they can finish this off and then, move forward and actually win the titles, I'd be okay if Jimmy interrupted that. I'd be all right with that because then we're at least putting the titles on somebody who's going to defend them outside of the storyline. We haven't even seen the titles back. We haven't seen the titles since they won them on the show. So what's the point of them having them? But, we can fantasy book this whole thing. But, hey, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, let's turn now. We can't talk about everything on this show, so let's go ahead and go over to the lightning round as we want to go through a couple topics in some quick fashion here. We'll put 3 minutes on the clock and go from topic to topic. Let's start off with Andrade and Melo 3. This one does not disappoint again. Do you appreciate that this feud is just about who's better and not about a title, Coach?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's showing who they are. They've been at the top of the game in NXT, and now two worlds collide. Two dudes with great personality, persona. A few. I was thinking about it as they were doing this. A few that's purely built off of wrestling. Wrestling purity, right? Who's better than who. You got me this round. Hey, I'm gonna come back. Hey, reminds us. Hey, hooping at the park. One-on-ones. Like, hey, you got me this time. I'm gonna come back. So it's going back and forth. I love to see that, man. Kind of old school, but it's not over. They're gonna give us more, which is exciting. So I'm here for it. They're doing a great job with this feud.
Sheamus and Pete Dunne got some history, so that makes this rivalry a little bit more intense. What are your thoughts here, Griff?
Man, this was a banger. We getting Pete Dunne, like the original, like the classic Bruiserweight. We're coming back, man. But unfortunately, man, Rocksteady came through and captivated. But I don't think this is the end between those two at all, man. So the Bruiserweight's coming back, and he's going to make some more noise.
The Unholy Union are making some noise in the tag team division as they show some dominance over the last couple weeks. They had nothing to do with that title match. They just happened to win at the end. Shout out to Io Sky and Kairi Sane for carrying that whole match.
Yes. Yes, I thought that was only one.
No, like, come on. Show some love to those girls because they carried that whole thing.
I'm tired of them, man. I'm honestly tired of them, bro.
Oh, goodness. We'll come back to that one, Coach. We'll get that opinion in just a second. Brian Breaker has a fan in me. What about what are your thoughts here, Griff?
Man, he's a fan. He's a fan. Definitely a fan of me, man. He's going to hold that title for a long time to come, man. He is the blockbuster megastar. We saw what he can do on NXT, and now it's carry on to the main roster, man. So kudos and praise to him, man. And everybody better watch out because this spear training he on, dog, this stuff hurt. Like, as soon as he rev up, I hate watching it because I feel that in my rib cage when he get ready to hit someone, dot. But if I can feel it from a distance away, God bless y'all that's going to take it and receive it.
The Miz looks to avenge R-Truth and becomes a victim himself. It looks like we're headed to Braun and Bronson Reed. Are you invested in Braun Strowman versus Bronson, Coach?
There is no choice. You got to have a giant on a giant, especially the way he's been booked these last few weeks. I'm enjoying every minute of Bronson Reed laying waste to R-Truth. Get him out of here. Seth Rollins, get him out of here. Do what you got to do to get to the top. Take that same track that Braun Breaker used. Same format, same formula. Hey, it's working. Hey, you're here now. Let's try to do something with it. So hopefully this feud can do something.
This is a nice way to inject some new blood into the show. So I'm happy for Bronson and Braun. Braun Breaker, that is, excuse me. The end is near for the New Day. Xavier Woods continues to show his distance from Kofi Kingston. When does this turn happen, Coach?
Since they're not going to be on a PLE, it has to happen on a Raw here soon in the next couple of weeks. Xavier Woods is giving him that side eye. Are you really trying to replace E? E is irreplaceable. You can't replace the legend. So hey, I mean, the thing I appreciated, they finally talked about it. Like, hey, what you really doing? And as much as Kofi can explain it, he about to get that clothesline heel turn here in a few weeks. So I'm here for it. Finally, the New Day breaks up.
It's coming. This man's been calling for it for years. As stated before, the Street Profits finally get a win. Do they win this tournament and get a title shot? Griff, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, they have no choice. They have to win because if they don't get it done or don't get this win, then it's like there's nothing left and nothing next. So they have to get this win. This is very pivotal and monumental. If they don't get it done, then it's pretty much going to be a wrap. And hate to say it, hate to see it, but it is what it is.
I myself am a fan of musicals, and I tell you what, I can't wait for Pretty Deadly the musical because they put on a show the other night on SmackDown, and they're not appreciated as much as they should be. Nia Jax and Michin are now the feud over there on SmackDown. What are our thoughts here? We can get your answers from both of you.
All I'm going to say is, Queen Nia, enjoy your time because it's going to be Tiffy time real soon. No, man. Kudos to Meacham, man, because Meacham just is all over the place. She's underrated. We talked about this before. She's a class act. I'm happy for her, Nia, in this spot. Unfortunately, she's not going to take that belt from Nia, but definitely looking at the match set and how they're going to work and formulate a good match together. I'm really looking forward to that, man. So shout out to Meacham. I'm looking for a great match, but Nia's going to come out on top and retain.
Yep, she's her bangers with Jada Parker. She's earned the spot. Shout out to Meacham. She's put in the hard work. Remember she was in catering for a while. She did the Retribution with the catering, and then got back with Luke Gallows and the boys, right? Hung out with the OC for a little bit. But now, she needs to be in it. Get her title match. But then after that, get out the way because Bayley's going to be back to get her a rematch. And then obviously we know at the end of the day that we know what's coming. This is the appetizer for the main course, and Tiffy Time going to hand over that pink briefcase and usher in that new era going into 2025. So we all know where this is going, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, when that finally does happen, man, I think that's going to get a huge pop. Tiffany turning it in, and then if she wins and wins the title, man, that's going to get a huge pop. So,
for sure.
Still waiting on Pretty Deadly the musical. I can't wait. I'm going to get front row seats.
I'm
getting front row seats.
I hated that segment, bro.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and end tonight, man. We've been some busy guys the last couple of weeks, so we don't want to take too much time here. We want to get our rest as we can, So let's go ahead and give our final thoughts of the night. What are our final thoughts on WWE? What are you looking forward to in the next coming weeks?
Man, my final thoughts is real simple, man. First and foremost, shout out to Jada Parker. for being the number one contender and possibly dethroning Roxanne Perez next weekend, No Mercy. So salute to her, man. That's a megastar in the making over there. So good luck to her, and hopefully she get it done. But as far as WWE's next few weeks, man, I think everybody just coasting. You know, I told Coach this when he was here in town. I said, after War Games, man, they literally going to have 3 months off because the Rumble is technically in February now. So you're going to have basically all of December, January off, man. So this is, I think, it's a time where all the international PLEs that they were doing this year, they're getting creative, and everybody a chance to get to writing, get to thinking, get to planning. You know, like Triple H said, WrestleMania plans already go forward and complete by October. So, yeah, with that, man, I just think that we're just going to see a lot of different matches. We just got to be patient because he's starting to see, like, the women tag team division. We're starting to see a lot of heel turns. I think there's going to be more heel turns to play because you got the Ultimate Baby Faces in Roman and Cody right now, so you'll need more villains and heels to keep those shows rolling. But I'm looking forward to see how they're going to close out SmackDown on Fox because they're moving to USA in a couple of weeks, and also NXT going to the C-Dub, and you know, just a few more months, y'all. We going to Netflix and boost the ratings up on that one too, man. So I'm just the normal fan, man. I ain't trying to rush nothing. I'm sitting back and enjoying, but I'm really excited for this NXT PLE more than anything, and No Mercy coming up next week, and then also, of course, Bash of Berlin. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Just taking it easy, taking a break, and just coasting as we go.
Coach, any final thoughts?
All right, yeah. My final thoughts: all the major storylines were in place. We, like I said, we've known this after SummerSlam. We knew that WWE's in a great place with all the resets, with all the belts. You know, for example, you know, we got U.S. title belts. You know, we can have numerous matches from, you know, with Escobar and LA Knight. So yeah, we're good with the major storylines. But it really did my heart good the other night to see the Profits go over against DIY. We know we gave him a lot of flack last year, going into this year, but I did pop. You know, obviously the crowd reaction, they got the crowd back behind them. I'm really just curious to see how Triple H handles them. Whether they win or lose Friday night, if they get them or not, I think they still should be built stronger throughout the duration of this year, to where they could obviously, you know, win them if they don't get them, you know, Friday night. But I'm with everything that's going on, but let's see if we can book our brothers and get them in a better position. Obviously, I'm thinking about Bobby. I'm thinking about everything that's going on with the brothers, you know, of our skin color. But let's get it right, and you know, and let's get in and let them get in and ride this wave of momentum that the company has. Let's do it.
Yeah, my final thought is NXT women's division does not miss. They are there are so many women down there that are good at wrestling and fine as hell. I'll leave it at that. That's my final thought. Let's go ahead and get on out of here, boys. This one has been fun, and as always, I appreciate y'all, man, because this is a getaway for us from the realities of the world. So I appreciate y'all and this conversation. So let's go ahead and close this one now. Griff, let the people know where they can find you, bro.
You can find me on IG at GriffNation84 and also on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84.
Coach, let the people know.
All right. You can find me on IG at Coach Montay24. Coach Montay24.
You can follow B Dix on Cash App at BDix989. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JackieMiles42. We thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on all socials. Follow us on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so that you are notified every time the boys hit your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ECW, and we are signing off. But Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
Not once. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Peace.